I'm Carol Costello. Thank you so much for joining me. Stories we're watching right now in the newsroom at 30 minutes past the hour. Cast members of ABC's General Hospital are ringing the opening bell on Wall Street this morning, marking the soap's 50th anniversary. The market's back in business after a three-day holiday weekend. Trading expected to be light today. Cleanup still going on this morning after a crude oil pipeline burst Friday in Mayflower, Arkansas. More than 12,000 barrels of oil and water have been recovered. 22 homes, though, have been evacuated. ExxonMobil still looking for the cause of that spill. The annual White House Easter egg roll begins about an hour from now. More than 30,000 people from across the country have tickets for the event. The first family will also be joined by sports stars Danica Patrick and the Minnesota Vikings' Adrian Peterson. Time to talk a little politics now. First up, North Korea. The United States has now deployed F-22 Raptors to South Korea as part of joint military exercises. Oh, but make no mistake, those stealth bombers are ready for the real thing if the North launches an attack on South Korea. Although some have suggested, including the basketball player Dennis Rodman, that instead of sending F-22s, President Obama ought to pick up the phone.
As far as I see, this is not even a government. It's really like an organized crime family running a territory. They are brutal. He is brutal. His father's brutal. His grandfather's brutal. And I don't see any purpose at all in doing that. It would also, I think, demoralize our allies in Asia, certainly in South Korea. And it would, to me, serve no constructive purpose whatsoever.
But North Korea is still talking tough, so what do you do? Joining me now, CNN contributor and Democratic strategist Maria Cardona, along with CNN contributor and analyst for The Blaze, Will Kane. Welcome to both of you.
Good morning.
Thanks. Good morning, Carol.
Okay, so I'll start with that question. Should President Obama pick up the phone and chat with Kim Jong-un? Will?
No, and I'll tell you why. I'll carry Peter King's analogy out a little bit further. It's not just like a mafia family, but it'd be like the Gambino crime family after John Gotti fell. It's in a total state of disarray. So Kim Jong-un is not the guy you call up on the phone and expect to have everything fall in line in some kind of rational end. He's fighting for his own life there. He's fighting for his own power, attempting to consolidate it with the generals that were under his father. So acting tough. All these shows of force are an attempt to solidify his base of power. That's not the guy you negotiate with.
Maybe. The latest threat from North Korea, it labeled the United States a boiled pumpkin, whatever that means. But Maria, can you reason with a leader who says things like that?
Well, certainly it's not something that, comes to mind, and I agree with Will that the president should not certainly pick up the phone and, frankly, listen to anything that Dennis Rodman is advising him on. But I will say this, I do agree that in terms of Kim Jong being like a mafia family, look, he is literally looking to solidify his base of power, like Will said. He is trying to demonstrate that he is a tough guy, the toughest guy on the block, and he wants to make sure that he has credibility among his own people. The problem is that in order to be a credible leader globally, he also has to have credibility among his allies. And when you have Russia and China already basically frustrated with him as well and telling him to, come down a notch, then I think he's in trouble with his own base from a global perspective. So this is a show of bravado that's happened before. I think that we need to be, on alert as we are right now. But essentially, he's not really being taken seriously right now, and that's his own fault.
All right, on to the next topic because, I love the Easter egg roll at the White House. I don't know why. I just think it's a great tradition. And as you know, the White House crisis averted. We could put it that way. It may be April Fool's Day, but the White House Easter egg roll will go on as planned, and that's no joke. Did you like that?
Oh, no. Oh, no, I did not. No.
Oh, geez, Carol.
Anywho, racing star Danica Patrick and New York Giants wide receiver Victor Cruz will join in the festivities along with American Idol alum Jordan Sparks and Robbie Novak, better known as the Kid President. But all of that may pale in comparison to this. Beau Obama getting a first look at this year's commemorative eggs, including one marked with the first dog's paw print and name. It actually seems to me, Will, that the Easter egg roll is becoming more than an Easter egg roll these days. Will? Hello?
I lost the last part of your question.
You were dazzled by my yolk joke, and you temporarily
And,
thrown.
and Bo's energy. I was also dazzled by Bo's energy as he lethargically walks around the grounds of the White House searching for eggs and sitting on command.
I know. Why didn't they let him, like, chew on an egg? Because you know that's what he really wants to do.
Right. But you had a question for me, and I'm sorry.
The question was, is the Easter egg roll becoming more than just an Easter egg roll? Because this is the 135th annual event, and there's a theme. Be healthy, be active, be you. That's the theme.
Right. Yeah, so that's good. Yeah, it's a little more than an Easter egg roll there. It's a way for example, the First Lady. That's her platform. That's what she's championing. I have to say, it also became a political issue. It also became a little bit of sequester grandstanding. We must shut down the Easter egg roll because we can't afford it. I'm sure there are other things within this behemoth of a government we can look at saving money on.
Well, the Washington Post today, Maria, when, you know, the Easter egg roll was threatened, a donor ponied up $25,000 to save it, like right now.
Well, sure, Carol. Look, it certainly has become a terrific event that is open to so many across the country. And, you know, I've been to it a couple times with my kids. My kids love it. And it's great to go in there and see all these kids actually learning about healthy eating, learning about making sure that they are active, learning about exercising. And I got to tell you, Carol, every single person...
Can't they just look for Easter eggs?
Well, of course, but that's part of it too. And look, I can guarantee you this, that every single person that comes out of the Easter egg roll is ecstatic.
Oh, God, you guys are, seriously, this is terrible. Yoke and ecstatic.
We'll end it here then. Thanks to both of you, Maria Cardona, Will Kay.
Carol.
Thank y'all.
Let's talk about Jesus now, of course. The meal, you know. That's what Easter really means. The crucifixion of Jesus seems so dramatic, many could not hold back their tears. More on the emotional finale of the Bible just ahead.
The good news is America is coming back. More jobs, more building, more of what makes our country great. And more cities and towns, more small businesses and big corporations are choosing the highly skilled, highly trained members of the IBEW to do the work. The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers is committed to doing the job right, on time, safely. America's making a big comeback, and the IBEW is proud to do our part.
The American dream is of a better future.